Ba-boom! It's I. It is James Smeet. It's your Sunday morning, and I'm here to go and get you motivated, or at least to make you feel a little bit better. At least to go and give you a sense that things can be on the mend, that things can be improving, that you've got some power to go and make your life a little bit better today. So I'm hanging out at one of my favorite spots here. Check this out. This is the river. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know that from time to time, I will park down here on a glorious day and listen to that sound and watch that flow and see that light reflect off those waters, and that goes and helps me kind of stay centered. And I know not everybody can get to a river today, but if you have some small piece of nature, even if that's just get it on your deck that you can take advantage of, I suggest you do that because that can be helpful. Today's topic is going to be about listening. I was myself listening to a podcast where one of the guests, this is the Duncan Trussell podcast, was being asked what can they do in this kind of like very trying time to go and help mitigate some of the stress of the scenario. And the guy, Duncan Trussell, was saying that he was at a little bit of a loss as to how he could go and help his wife, help to comfort her. And then one of the solutions that was put forth was to listen. You don't need to do. You don't need to go and generate solutions. You don't need to have the answers. That instead, what somebody probably really wants from you is for you to just maybe hold their hand. It's to maybe give them a hug. And obviously a lot of us are not able to go and do those physical kind of gestures. So I wanted to kind of impart something that this guy Thich Nhat Hanh, a Vietnamese monk, talked about, which was deep listening. And you don't need to be next to somebody to do deep listening, but this is a very helpful technique, is that when you do have somebody that's on the phone or on the Skype or whatnot, is that you kind of imagine an invisible egg-like cone that extends over both of you. And inside that egg, the only thing that exists are you two people. And giving that person a powerful sense that you've got a generous amount of time to hear what they have to say. If there's fears that they want to go and share, worries that they have, anxieties, that you create the sort of mental space for that person to kind of like be witnessed. So, I woke up today and I remembered that conversation from yesterday, and I really felt like that would be something really helpful for you folks to go and have inside your lives. Because just myself, I've felt that sort of that darkness kind of creeping in. And maybe you've noticed that there hasn't been as many motivational videos during this whole kind of thing, right? And a certain amount of that is just that people are kind of getting down. But like everything, this is going to happen in phases, right? And in this particular phase, as we await the full life to go and return to the earth, I think it's important that we remember that we listen. And if you don't have anybody to listen to you, go ahead, keep this guy in mind. I can listen. And if you just want to kind of like deal with it solo, and maybe come back to the breath.
freedom, I guess.
You're listening to DJ Surgeon, Safe and Sound 4. You're 25 minutes in. It gets good. Ooh, so good, so silky smooth. Shout out to Luke Boudreau at Maritime Grime. Gave me this new hat. Oh, it's so white. It's so perfectly new and just comfortable and soft. It's important to go and mix up your hats when you're follically challenged, as I am. So this is it, man. You've got your message for your Sunday. Do me a favor. I rarely ever ask this, but if you want to tag somebody in the comments that might need this message, that might need to know that somebody can listen to them, that maybe they can be the person who can provide the listening for someone else, then tag somebody in the comments or share this post. I scroll through my own timelines and they're filled with a lot of very sort of negative, critical, and sad things, and that's okay. It's important that people have a space to be heard, as I just went and said, but it's also important that people go and see the hope, that people go and see the smiles, that people go and see the love, and I've got all those things for all you people. And if this message goes a little bit further and helps somebody who's on the precipice, who's on the edge of breaking down, then my efforts this Sunday morning at the river will have been worthwhile. So you can help me with that. This guy, he loves you. That's a big old heart, and it's pumping a whole bunch of love out to you people. I hope you drink lots of water today. I hope you manage to go and eat some quality food. Take some time and meditate on your food.
Listening to the radio.
Give people hugs.
Driving lots.
Smile at them virtually. If you can't do any of that,
Colors.
just remain quiet and calm and give people the gift of your presence. A little more.
Some sort of freedom, I guess.
Some sort of freedom, I guess. I will put the link in the comments. Turn them shits up. Get some music going. Peace, guys. Love you.